Hello, beautiful soul. I have received some powerful messages. So, the number one message that this collective needs to hear, which means you, is that fear is a killer. Do not, people die from fear more than they die from the actual thing. You know, so yeah, do not, the way to, and the way, if you are somebody that gets afraid a lot and has lot of fear, not if you are, we all have our own personal fears, okay? So what you have to do is, like, one of my fear always has been, like, oh my god, what if I get sick and I have no money to take care of myself, and there has been situations like that, and I get always taken care of. There is always a different way, so many times, because I didn't have the money to go to the doctor, I started to read and learn about herbs. So I have not taken any medicine in the last few years at all. I have learnt about wet pack, wherein you put, like, one wet cloth on your stomach, on one here, and that cures. So I started to learn about all these things. I found other way. It's like, if you have some fears, you have to know what they are, write about them. Do not run away from seeing your fears, first of all. Second of all, when that sensation, arises, breathing will really help you. Just staying with that fear and breathing into it. Because, we have to find a way to deal with fear instead of running away from fear, instead of suppressing it or believing into it. So many times we feel like, it's like facing your fear is magical, like really magical. Yeah, and sometimes, what we are afraid of is, like, what if what we want and we get it, then we are afraid of being seen in our power, in our being wealthy, being in our power. We are afraid of being seen as that. And so, why you are afraid of being seen as wealthy, as powerful, as confident, as somebody who's having a happy life, because other people will feel miserable, and then you're afraid that you will cause misery by keeping yourself healthy, keeping yourself wealthy, keeping yourself really keeping yourself good looking, keeping yourself, healthy. Because a lot of people are not taking care of their health, they are not taking care of their sleep, they are not taking care of their finances. When we start to learn about that, finances is my department, but anyway, I know God's taking care of it. I know God's, like, taking care of it really, really well. But there are different departments people don't know how to take care of, or they don't feel that it's important. For a very long time, I felt like money is not important. That's a video for another day, but I'm gonna I know God's gonna put me to, like, use me as a vessel to teach, to build next level people, who know how to be wealthy and teach about wealth and how to hold wealth and all. And good hearted people, they should have wealth, we should have wealth. Because otherwise, bad people who are doing bad things, they will use that wealth. And yeah, anyway, so people are not taking care of their finances, their health, their to bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest mother, thank you for guiding me, thank you for leading my way. when you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super, super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful, and I eat and to sleep and all of that. And so when you start to do that, you are afraid that people will get jealous of you, or they will feel miserable about their life and all of those things. But you have to understand that keeping yourself in poor health, keeping yourself broke, keeping yourself in misery, to have the connection with others, to keep other people feeling comfortable, that's not a service. That's not a service. You're not doing any good to them, to yourself, or this world. Because when I see other women who have a very calm life, who have their business set up in such a way that constantly making money, that is constantly flourishing in all seasons, and I see a woman who is calm, who is feeling really good in their body, healthy, I get inspired by that. Then I pray that God, I want that. And so then, like, that desire of good health, feeling that calm, feeling that freedom, feeling that peace, feeling that light-heartedness, that desire comes in me because I saw other women, because she chose that for herself. If she would have thought like, oh my God, if I get healthy, if I get wealthy, if I become more peaceful and calm, if I have a healthy relationship, then I will invoke jealousy and misery in in Jyoti. So I should not have it. She would not be doing any service on me. But because she chose good health for herself, wealth for herself, freedom for herself, peace for herself, love for herself, that inspired me to also bring that in my life. Okay? To ask God for that, to see like, okay, that is possible, that's a possibility. So understand that and start to be more healthy. Choose your good health, and especially this collective needs to take care of their sleep. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is important. It's important. Going to sleep by 9:30 maximum. By the way, when I'm making this video is 11 p.m. right now, okay? Because I'm also working on my sleep. And there was something else that was coming up and I completely lost the track of it. What was that? Okay, yeah. I think I put it on a daily vlog, but also like I'm gonna talk about it here. That in my butthole there is like lump. So I have to, like, when I'm pooping, I have to put my finger in my butthole and keep that lump side so that the poop can come out. And then like going to morning and pooping can be very discomforting sometimes, because like pooping is important. Sleep, I said, it is important, but pooping, taking care, like, okay, you are pooping properly, having, and there is no, like, it's not just pooping and all of those things, but anything that you feel like I'm ashamed to talk about, that there should not be any shame. You want to talk about sex, learn about sex, go do it. You want to learn about your body, go do it. If there is any kind of problem in the body going on, whether it's like with any sometimes we can be afraid, like, oh my god, how can we talk about this, when I'm going through this, I can't share it with anybody. No, you can, you definitely can, and you definitely you're going to, because that's when you talk about it, you find right solutions. And it's not just with problem with the body, but like also or any kind of health issues, but also like any kind of addiction, any kind of problem, any kind of trauma, any kind of emotional baggage, emotional pain, any kind of, if you're the way, psychologically we can look at other people and judge them certain way, all of those things, like looking at other people and judging them sexually, or like whatever different things, we can talk about it all, okay? And if you want my support in your emotions, in regards to your emotions, my psychic support, spiritual support, or like you want to move beyond your limiting beliefs, beyond your fears, and step into your power and your confidence and your creativity, I'm the right mentor for you, okay? If you feel like I don't have anything to offer to the world, I am not good enough, I am not gifted enough, I will be a powerful spiritual guide and mentor for you in your journey, that will reveal the magic that you have inside of you, okay? So book a session with me over there. Link of everything is in my bio. My one-on-one session over audio call or video call, over voice notes, and my mentorship for 1 month and 3 month, that'll be like a huge support for you. Okay, now coming back to, yeah, talking about it, because the reason why spirit guides wanted me to share about my butthole and what's going inside it, and today I looked at my vagina, and it's like after very long time I never looked at my vagina, and I mean looked at it because, like, yeah, just life came in the way and I was never looking at it for some reason. So I saw like how, like, it can be, there can be dark, vagina can be dark, okay? So it's very natural, it's very natural to have dark, like, and it's okay to look at your body part, and like, yeah, the reason why I didn't look at it, because I never felt the need to, but I was like, yes, I need to look at my body, and so yeah, like, don't be afraid of how there is help and support for you, okay? I just want to like stop this particular part of this message knowing, like, there is right support for you. And when you call in, you say like, dear God, bless me with right mentors, right doctors, right support, bless me with the resources to take care of my health better. You will find the right doctors and right knowledge, and it would be magical, okay? And so whatever you are ashamed to talk about and everything, when you say this prayer that God, I need help, I need bring me the right support, and then you will find right support coming for you, and you will have the space wherein you will not feel ashamed, okay? Or have the strength to rise beyond shame and open up, because that's how we heal through connection, and connection are formed when you give your truth over and over again into the world, when you are being vulnerable, when you are being honest, okay? That's how connections are formed. Wow, okay, I'm now gonna be vulnerable and ask for support. That was for me as well. I need to pay my rent, and I have the money to get my grocery for tomorrow or maybe day after. So if you're in a position to donate, please donate, because like, I am feeling a bit stressed. I'm like, okay, my 2 months of rent is pending. This month also I couldn't pay, so 3 months, and then the next month is coming up. And yeah, and I feel like I want to walk in this world feeling lighter and joyful. So I want my rent and bills to be paid. And but God just right now inspired me to ask like this. Wow, interesting. Anyway, so or everybody who, who is in a position to go donate, link of that is in my bio. If because my videos have been helping you, they have been giving you right knowledge, they have been giving you right prayers, they have been giving you inspiration and good energy, so it's only fair that you compensate me. My phone got heated up, so the flashlight went off, so I'm just holding this small ring light so that you can see my face. What I was saying was, it's only fair that I get compensated for all the good energy that I have been bringing to you, for all the positive inspiration, right knowledge and wisdom. So yeah, link of everything is in my bio. And let me see if there are any other channeled messages that God is spirit guides wants to share right now. No, not right now. For some reason, who is coming up? Acid Rani. That's a woman who is on Instagram. And she has inspired me a lot, and suddenly she came, like it's not like that I follow her or watch her video a lot, but sometimes she just comes on my feed, and right now she came in my mind. And I love her, how she was talking about sex openly, her sex life openly. It was really powerful. Okay, why? Maybe some of you need to go and watch her. Watch Acid Rani. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I need to also do it more often. Okay. I'll see you in another video. Woohoo! I wish I could show you my full outfit. Okay. Yes. Let me just do it. Such cute outfit. Yay!